Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
An innovator named Kaushik Bose has found a solution to tackle the problem of crop losses due to pests in our agricultural fields. This unique product, called as Crop Defender, not just protects crops from insects and fungal infections, but also increases crop productivity by 30 to 50%.
Welcome to another edition of Changemakers. Effective pest control for farmers essential. Pest attacks on crops are a major concern for farmers as they result in revenue loss due to crop damage. Although there are chemical pesticides available for preventing pest attacks, their repeated use has a long-term negative impact on the environment. Biopesticides are also an option, but they are not widely popular because of their high cost and limited efficacy. Kaushik Bose and his team has devised a method to convert waste weeds into a product that can protect crops from pests, insects and fungal infections while also increasing crop productivity. Let's get to know more about this innovation from Kaushik himself. Welcome to the show, Kaushik.
Hello ma'am, thank you for having me on the show. I'm looking forward to interact with you more.
Please introduce yourself, Kaushik.
Yes ma'am. So I have done my BTech in biotechnology. I'm from Dhanbad, Jharkhand. I have done my BTech in biotechnology from IIT University. It's a university in Odisha, Gunapur. And then I did my MBA in Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Venture Development from Gujarat Technological University. It's in Ahmedabad. For my MBA in Innovation and Entrepreneurship, I was also awarded gold medal as I was the university topper. And along with that, I have received 2 prestigious fellowship as well. I have been a Nidhi EIR fellow, which is from the Department of Science and Technology, and I have been an Indian Agritech Innovation Network fellow from Gates Foundation. So that's my.
It's really inspiring profile you have, Kaushik. Can you explain in more detail how your innovation converts waste weeds into a product that can protect crops from pests, insects and fungal infections?
Yes. So we started with the problem basically. Our problem identification was that India loses around 50,000 crores of crops worth annually due to pest attack. And in a country where 200 million people go to bed hungry every night, this data was an eye-opener. And in order to solve this problem, there were existing solutions such as development of pest-resistant crop with the help of biotechnology. But that was like a distant dream to us. Then there was chemical-based agriculture product, but repeated uses of chemical-based agriculture product was causing detrimental effect on the environment. And then there was organic or biological-based agriculture product, but due to their high cost and poor efficacy, it was not been able to solve the problem at hand. So we identified a locally growing weed, a weed of zero economic value, a weed that grows throughout the year and is currently the most invasive weed species. Around 35 million hectares of agricultural land is covered by this weed and it is growing at an alarming rate. Our government and farmers spend a huge sum of money on eradication of this weed because we still haven't found an efficient use of this weed. The only way to solve this weed-based problem is get rid of this weeds. So we found that there is an abundant natural resources present in our environment, but we are not able to utilize it. And our idea was to convert this abundant natural resources for the benefit of farmer. So what we did was we identified this weed and we extracted phytochemicals out of this weed. Phytochemicals are the chemicals which are present in plant bodies. That is what we call phytochemicals. And now using this phytochemical, we analyzed them and found that this phytochemical is having antifungal, antibacterial properties which can be used to protect crops from pest and fungal infection. And we also conducted a before and after study of soil before applying our product and after applying our product in terms of what is the micronutrients that has been added after application of the product, what is the change of soil pH and what is the change in soil electrical conductivity. After analyzing and doing all these things, we found that our product not just will protect crops from any kind of infection, but will also increase crop productivity by adding considerable amount of micronutrient along with NPK, other micronutrients such as iron, copper, and other zinc, as well as it will maintain the soil pH and bring it to the range between 5 to 7, as well as it will bring the electrical conductivity of the soil between 0 to 3 microsiemens per centimeter. All of these factors are important to enhance crop growth, as well as the ability to protect crops from fungal infection and pest infection, ensures that the immunity of the crops are increasing. Therefore, we were able to find a product, an extract that can work as a crop protectant and a crop stimulant. Not now. In order to develop the product out of that extract, we mixed it with multiple different naturally available organic oils present in the market, and we created a unique plant formulation, a liquid-based formulation, which we now spray on crops and gives the protectant activity, and when mixed with the soil, increases productivity.
Yeah, that's truly innovative, Kaushik. Converting waste weeds into a useful product is a remarkable approach. Your solution shows great potential in addressing the concerns of farmers and promoting sustainable agriculture. It's truly inspiring. And what inspired you to come up with this innovative solution for pest control in agriculture?
Ma'am, honestly, my inspiration what did not start with the problem. Actually, it was a personal thing. So I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was in my engineering only, ma'am, and I had always been like a rebel without a cause kind of guy. And I'll tell you a very interesting story of why I say this. So I was never a very academically strong student till my intermediate, till my 12th. I was intermediate, like a 60 to 70% kind of guy. Never excelled academically. Even when I started doing engineering, I did not get some amazing 8-pointer or 9-pointer kind of guy. I've always been a 6.5 to 7 kind of guy. But I've always had this belief kind of thing that I always wanted to be at a leadership position. I enjoyed positions of responsibility, position of leadership qualities. So my journey started when I actually started appearing for B plan competitions, being from a tier 3 college, we always had a low had a confidence barrier that we will not be able to compete with tier 1 colleges in terms of their ideas, in terms of their access to resources. So I participated in an event called Cities that is being organized by IIT Kharagpur. It's the largest technical festival of the country, and there I applied for a B plan competition under the theme called Waste to Value. And subsequent means ironically, I was there were many competitors from different premier institutes of the country, but we were able to get a prize in that, and that started the chain reaction. Oh, that this is what I want. This gives me adrenaline rush. This is the work that I enjoy the most. Then when I came back to my university, I was in my third year, and that's when we had to start our minor and major projects. And now my challenge was that I want to do something which has not been done before, because the problem with current situation is that the minor projects or major projects of every student, it's a continuation of what was left done before, and then the continuation of some additional into research into that. But my role model has always been that I believe in myself, I believe in my idea. If I have an idea, I will keep believing in it, and I will keep moving towards it. So our own university, our own department was having this weed infestation problem. I got in touch with my HOD, and with him, I understood the problem, that how big of this weed infestation problem is. And that's when we got to know that around 60% of agricultural land is being infected by this weed, infested by this weed. And as a result, farmers are not able to grow useful crop because this weed is covering their agricultural land. So that's when I found that this is not just a local problem, it's a national problem. Along with it, it is an international problem as well. This weed has invaded more than 30 countries and is found across 5 continents. That's the impact that's of this weed infestation problem. So the problem was there. Now the only thing was to find a solution. And I did the basic thing. I did started literature review around this weed, all the researches that has been done around this weed. Most researches was done to eradicate this weed. There were very handful of research which was done to use this weed into a value-added product. And I found an article which was in Krishi Jagran. It's an organization that posts agricultural stories. And I found one article in Krishi Jagran where conventionally people have been using this weed as a compost. Now that's where I got the idea that if this weed can be used as a compost, means this weed is having some properties that is adding to the compost properties. And that's when I started analyzing about this weed. I started researching and I found the protocol of how to extract phytochemicals out of this weed. And I did a research along with, I collaborated with a Bangalore-based lab, which is now my corporate address as well. And there I did my research, I did my analysis, and I was able to find a product out of it.
Great, Kaushik. You have identified the problem in your own universities and you found a solution. Instead of eradicating, you try to develop a product. Instead of eradicating, you developed a product. And you are like supporting the vocal for local also. So great. How does your product compare to traditional chemical pesticides in terms of effectiveness and environmental impact?
So in terms of comparison, ma'am, as I told, I did a comparative analysis with a conventional farmer based out of in Dhanbad, Jharkhand. He is a paddy-based farmer. So in normal circumstances, when the farmer was using conventional-based farming, he was able to get a productivity of 22 quintal per acre. We got in touch with this farmer and we did a comparative analysis of, we took one land and we divided that land into 2 batches. One batch was where we used conventional farming techniques like conventional urea, fertilizer, conventional chemical-based pesticide, and in other batch we used just our product and no other chemical-based, any other conventional farming techniques. What we found that after the complete growth cycle of paddy, the productivity of paddy in one strip was around 22 quintal of per acre. And in our it was around 45 quintal. That was the increment that we were able to get using our product, and around 40 to 50% increment in terms of productivity. And also in terms of micronutrients, we did that our product not adds NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium into soil, as well as it brings down the soil pH. So the soil pH that we took in Jharkhand was around 9. We were able to bring that down between 5 to 7. And also electrical conductivity of the soil was very higher in 150, 160 range. And it is very essential that the soil electrical conductivity should be in between 0 to 3 microsiemens. And because that ensures that the crop will get good water supply, that ensures the crop will be able to take water from the soil. If the electrical conductivity is very high, the crops isn't able to take water from the soil. So it is essential to maintain that electrical conductivity also. So based on these analytics and based on these tests, we were able to increase farmers' income by 65,000 rupees in 1 acre land. And adding micronutrients, maintaining soil pH, and maintaining electrical conductivity. All these are benefits over existing chemical-based product, because chemical-based product doesn't do that. Along with it, chemical-based product also starts targeting the beneficial microorganisms of the soil. We also did another test in which we proved that our product only targets the pathogenic strains of the soil, means the microbes which are only targeting the crops and it is causing harmful damage to the crops. But there are microorganisms which are beneficial for the soil, which increases crop growth. The key was that we should not harm these microbes as well. So we did those analysis and we found that this is an added advantage over existing chemical-based products present in the market. and also the cost of it is also there, which I would explore more in the latter conversation.
Great, Kaushik. The benefits your solution offers to farmers are significant, like increasing productivity from 50 to 60%, maintaining the soil conductivity level and maintaining the pH level. It's a great solution. Right from the protecting crops and increasing yield to promoting sustainable practices, your innovation has the potential to positively impact both agricultural productivity and environmental preservation. And Kaushik, I believe you must have conducted any studies or trials to validate the efficacy of your product. If so, what were the results? Please brief.
As I told, we did collaborate with an NABL accredited lab in Bangalore, and there we did those analysis, the antifungal test we did. We also did cytotoxicity analysis. Uh, all of these were essential because it's a new kind of product, and this weed has not been used before. We needed to prove that application of this product from this weed will have no side effect on human beings, the people who are using it, as well as it will not have any side effects on soil health as well as crop health. So what we did a very simple thing. We did some in the lab itself. We prepared some batches of our product, and we tested our product on the pathogenic strains of microorganism as well as beneficial strains of the microorganism. We were able to prove that a product is working against the beneficial, the pathogenic strains, and was not having any effect on the beneficial strain. This proved that it will have no impact on the soil health of the when will be applying it in the field. And then we did a cytotoxicity test as well, because to prove that when the farmers will use it, and in case it spills, there is spillage happening on the farmer, it will have no impact on the skin, as well as farmers will not have any problem in if they accidentally inhale the smell of the product. So all those tests was done, and we got accreditation from the NABL lab itself. Along with that, we actually collaborated with universities. We have collaborated now with Harvard Agriculture University and ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and we are currently getting those certifications which will effectively be the game changer, because once when we will go to the field, when we will go to the end user, we will not tell them, we will just show them the certificate and they will believe it, because India's premier agriculture institute is now about to give us the certificate about our products as well. Along with that, we also did some in-house tests on crops as well. We were able to stop pest infestation on brinjal. We were able to stop mealybug infestation on multiple flowering plants as well. So these are some use case analysis that we did in our own lab, and we were able to prove that, and we have the results for that as well.
Yeah. So the efforts made by you to validate your product shows your dedication to conduct the studies and trials to validate the efficacy of your product is remarkable. Kaushik, can you share your experience in participating National Innovation Contest, and how has your involvement in National Innovation Contest participation influenced your entrepreneurial journey?
I think, ma'am, the National Innovation Contest was a very important step in our journey, because we are still very early in our journey. We are still a very early stage startup, and platforms like this is a very important stage for our validation and for our visibility, because we need to understand that in India, competition is a very high end game, and in order to survive a competition for a startup, what we need is validation, networking, mentoring, and funding opportunities. All of these four opportunities was clubbed in one platform under the National Innovation Contest medium, and this is an impeccable effort from our own government, which started in 2016 with the onboarding with the start of Startup India. As an early stage startup, I have not bootstrapped my business, because I have been supported by my government of India at different levels of my journey. Not just when I have a product, but even when I had an idea, I was supported by my government they gave me mentoring when I was in my ideation phase. When I was in my prototyping phase, I received support. When I was in my minimum viable phase, I received support. And when I'm going to go into the early traction phase, that's when also there are schemes to support me. National Innovation Contest opened up opportunities for me in terms of getting multiple network, because net worth equals to net worth of a startup. And National Innovation Contest ensured that I was able to network with relevant people from the industry. In terms of mentoring, under this National Innovation Contest, there is a particular area where they provide mentoring to individual startup. What it was doing was that it was analyzing the startup needs, and it was connecting me with those mentors, which was essential. For example, in my National Innovation Contest, I got a mentor from my own university in MBA, and they helped me analyzing what should be the revenue model of my startup, how should I establish the product market fit, and what should be the different revenue streams that I can explore. And I will give you a use case example of how we benefited out of it. Initially, we were developing a product which was a powdered based product, but talking to our mentors, we realized that we need to switch from powder to liquid based product, because powder, when we are dusting powder, it requires more manpower, more labor. So we needed to switch to more sustainable product, and we were able to switch from powdered base to liquid base. Along with that, we were only focusing on one revenue stream, that was product sales. But then we analyzed that in order to generate more revenue, we need to incorporate services also into our startup. And this was done because of the mentoring we received. And now we have incorporated biotechnology and agriculture services into our startup as well, which you can find in our website as well as in our brochure. And these are result of the National Innovation Contest, of the participation of the innovation contest, and of the support that we got from our government along in the form of National Innovation Contest.
Great. It's evident that the National Innovation Contest by Ministry of Education Innovation Cell has had a significant impact on your entrepreneurial journey. The mentoring and the networking support have played a pivotal role in shaping your path and fostering your growth as an entrepreneur. We are very happy to learn from this one from one of the innovator like you. And Kaushik, could you discuss any challenges or limitations you encountered during the development and implementation of your innovation?
Yes, ma'am. So the major challenge that we have faced as a startup is the procurement of our raw material, ma'am. Because we need to understand that it is not an organized industry. This raw material is available throughout the industry, but it is not very organized. And our main challenge was to maintain the supply chain of this raw material. And I think the solution also came from the mentoring that we received, actually, from the innovation contest and from different government platforms. There is another platform called the Marg platform, which has been introduced by our government along with Startup India, and we got a mentoring from them, and I got an idea of how I can streamline the supply chain of this weed, which is available throughout the country but still not organized. So what we started doing was we started collaborating with agriculture university, and we started selling them a story. Every agriculture university, if not most agriculture university is having this weed infestation problem. What we did with them, we collaborated with them, and we sold them a story that you give us the weed, and we will in turn produce the product out of it, and you can showcase to your state government and the central government that you are finding ways to utilize this weed into a value-added product. So the agriculture university gets validation not just from state government but also from central government. That's what they've needed, and we needed products, the supply chain management of our raw material, and we got that. So it was a win-win situation for us. This was the first step. Second step, what we are doing is that we are now collaborating directly with farmers from rural areas whose field has been infestation with this weed, and we are directly collecting it from farmers, giving them another revenue source. We directly purchase these abundant raw materials from farmers at a nominal price. So these were the two techniques by which we were able to solve the supply chain management of our raw material, which was the major issue in our journey, ma'am.
Kaushik, it's good to know that you converted your challenges into opportunities. Like you have approached the farmers and collected the weeds and generated revenue for them also. Overcoming challenges during the development and implementation stages a testament to your perseverance and commitment. You have done your job very well in your entrepreneurial journey, and congratulations. Kaushik, I'm sure you have received some recognition for your interesting innovation. Could you please share a few of them with us?
Yes, sir. So our first recognition started with the prestigious Entrepreneur in Residence Fellowship, which is again a fellowship that has been started by our own government. Secondly, I have been awarded with the Young Entrepreneur Award from Odisha Corporate Foundation, and I was awarded that from Lok Sabha MP Dr. Aparajita Sarangi. Then I was awarded with the most innovative startup of the country by Business Club of Entrepreneur, and I received this award from notable Bollywood actor, Hindi film actor, Mr. Tushar Kapoor. Then I also won another prestigious global fellowship called the Indian Agritech Innovation Network Fellowship, which is a fellowship from Gates Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and this fellowship was powered by Tata Trust, and this we received it from the implementing university was IIT Kanpur. Along with that, we were at the Startup India Innovation Week. We were awarded. We were recognized as the top 75 startup of the country in agricultural domain. We have also been recognized by UNDP India, and we were showcased. They posted our startup under their Youth Collab program and their official Instagram handle as well, UNDP India. We were also invited at Singapore Chamber of Commerce, where we were able to where we demonstrated our idea and pitched our idea. These are some of our key achievements and notable achievements. Along with that, we have some grant support, government-based funding support as well. I believe I would talk about it in the later questions as well.
Wow, congratulations, Kaushik. You have already received a lot of rewards and recognition from entire country. And by sharing this with us, with our innovators, you are setting an example for the young entrepreneurs also. Congratulations once again. Kaushik, what is the cost effectiveness of your product compared to other pest control methods such as chemical pesticides or other biopesticides?
Yes. Where we did a cost effectivity calculation, and we needed to so what we needed to understand is that we were clubbing fertilizer, pesticide, fungicide into one. So that anyway would have given betterment to a farmer in terms of cost as well. So we need to understand that when a farmer goes to the market, he or she has to buy different products for different types of infection, different types of pests, as well as he has to buy additional fertilizer to enhance crop growth. In normal situation, in normal circumstances, the starting price of a chemical based product has a price of around 450 to 600 rupees per liter. When we talk about organic based product, the price goes up to double of that rate of chemical, which starts from 800, 900 or 1000 rupees. The starting price of any organic based product is 1020 rupees per liter. And when you take fertilizer, it will again cost the farmer another 200, 300 rupees. So in total, if a farmer needs to switch to, if the farmer is switching to organic, he has to spend around 1200 to 1300 rupees for every purchases that he needs to do, even if he is having a small like land. And if he's switching to, and if he's using chemical, he has to spend around 600 to 700 rupees in order to give an all-round defense mechanism to his crops. Our product is priced at just 449 per liter, and it will not just work as pesticide, but it will work as a pesticide, organic pesticide, organic fungicide, as well as an organic crop stimulant. So a farmer is buying one product, but it is getting the benefit of multiple, 3 different products from one single product. Therefore, we believed and our product will fetch the market real soon. And that's the benefit. If I am the farmer and I go to the market to purchase the products for my field, I will not buy different products for different types of crops, different types of infection. Rather, if I see one product that gives benefit of multiple different products and gives an all-round defense mechanism to the crops, I would be interested to invest in this new product, and therefore we believe that our product is more effective than the existing conventional products present in the market.
Great. The cost effectiveness of your product compared to other pest control methods, coupled with its long-term benefits and one solution for the multiple problem, demonstrate its value as an investment for farmers. All the best for your market ready product. And Kaushik, are there any specific crops or regions where your product has shown particularly promising results?
Yes, ma'am. So we have gotten great result on chili, capsicum, brinjal, moringa leaves, leafy vegetables, paddy, then in-house gardens, in flowering plants, as well as medicinal plants such as tulsi, moringa leaves, snake plant. All of these crops and plants have shown great result under the application of our product, in terms of they have gotten good productivity. Their productivity has been ensured in terms of the length of the crop, in terms of the flowering of the crops, in terms of blooming of the crop, as well as we were able to stop infestation in particularly in brinjal, millibug infestation also in mulberry leaves, as well as in paddy, we were able to stop infestation as well.
Good, Kaushik. You have already tested your product in lot of plants. And Kaushik, have you received support from other sources in terms of financial or any other support?
Yes, ma'am. We have received multiple different support from different parts of our country, different government support, particularly government support only. And we have been supported not just one time, but at different stages of our entrepreneurial journey, of our startup journey. We have been supported. We got support from AICT itself under the we received funding under the National Innovation Contest. We have received support from Ministry of Agriculture under their scheme called Pusha Krishi. Then we have received support from DST under a scheme called Nidhi EIR and Nidhi Prayas. And then we have received support from initially when I started my journey, I received support from IIT Mandi. It's an incubator, and they supported us with the initial mini kickstart grant. Along with IIT Mandi, we received support from IIM Ahmedabad. They also gave us a student innovation grant. And along with that, we have received support from Startup Gujarat. When I was a student in Gujarat, I received support from Gujarat under the student startup innovation policy. And we have also received support from Startup Odisha as well.
Good to know you have already supported by many grants and seed funding support, and we wish you all the best. Your product will invite support from the angel investors as well in the future. Kaushik, how scalable is your innovation? Do you anticipate any challenges in scaling up production or distribution?
Yes, sir. The global biopesticide market is projected to grow from $130 billion to $140 billion. The Indian biopesticide market is projected to grow from $1.3 billion to $1.7 billion. If we talk about consumption, biopesticide consumption increased from 5,151 tons to 6,340 tons, and chemical pesticide consumption increased from 55,000 tons to 57,000 tons in a just 3 years period. So both in terms of consumption and value, wherever you place a product is expected to show an upward trend. Going by this analysis, we estimated that the serviceable obtainable market would be around $331 million. And in order to achieve this number, we need to target around 15 to 40% of our population. And so we truly believe that our product is not just sustainable, but also scalable, because India is an agro-based country and we are moving towards organic economy. Not just we, our government is also putting a lot of effort to give dividend for farmers who are into organic farming, in terms of getting premium price for the organic produce. And I believe that using our product, we can change organic agriculture, which is less than 3% now, to more than 50% in the next 5 years.
Kaushik, it's really impressive that you have a detailed study of your market, and we wish you all the best to reach out the maximum population by your product. And Kaushik, what advice would you give to newcomers considering starting their own venture?
Ma'am, my only advice is that don't think about starting, just start. Because what happened with today's generation, when it happened with me, that we always think about starting, and doing so, we never get the right time to start. When you think about it, when is the right time to start your entrepreneurial venture? It is now, because the market is ready to accept new starters. And even if you don't have an innovative idea and you feel ki somebody is doing similar things, and it might, you have enough opportunity to excel at the place that you're starting. And that's my only suggestion to newcomers, or young entrepreneurs, or people thinking about starting their entrepreneur, that take the leap of faith and start now, because now is the time to start. And don't worry about funding, networking, mentoring. There are opportunities, there are people to support you in different stages of your journey, and not just private organization. Even more than private organization, there are government-based organizations, government-based agencies, government-based incubators, who will take you in, who will take your idea in, and will groom you to become a value-added startup, a sustainable startup in the future, a startup that makes difference into the society and creates employment, not just for yourself, but also for the youth of the country.
Great. Don't look at the problem, just start working on it, is your advice for the entrepreneur. Great advice, Kaushik, for all our young entrepreneurs. Overall, Kaushik, your innovative solution and dedication to sustainable pest control in agriculture are truly commendable. Your work has the potential to make a significant difference in the lives of our farmers and the health of our environment also. Thank you, Kaushik. Thank you for joining with us.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for having us here, ma'am, having me here, and thank you for giving me an opportunity for sharing my story to a national platform. Because without the support of NIC, Ministry of Education, I won't be able to reach such a big audience at such an easy medium, ma'am. And I will always be grateful for an opportunity like this. And if in the future we create a considerable impact, this will be the moment when it's all started. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. So that's all from us in today's edition of Changemakers. But keep watching for some more such inspiring stories. Till then, keep ideating and keep innovating. Thank you.